Hello, bird watchers. I am so freaking excited about the weather that's coming up that I decided to record a video to try and get you excited. Things sort of kick off on Friday, where there will be a good seasonal migration through the Great Lakes. Saturday is when things start to go bananas in the southernmost lakes. Warm air surging into the region. The warm air overrides what we feel on the ground, so birds flying up a kilometer and a half, 2 kilometers up are going to extend beyond the limits of this front. That initial air mass pulls northeast on Sunday, and right behind it, another air mass starts to set up, pushing well into the southern Great Lakes. By Monday, this will be pretty exciting in its own right, but we're on to day 3 of birds pulsing into the region. Tuesday, the easternmost parts of the lakes are still getting birds, but things are finally at least returning to seasonal conditions. So where does that get us for early May? Well, I think we are turbocharging the start of neotropic migration season, and there will be birds scattered far and wide throughout this region, which I think is really exciting because it usually takes upwards of 5 to 7 days for birds to sort of filter out or get found by people on the ground to end up on their territories. So this is nothing but good news for bird watchers and birds. The atmosphere and conditions on the ground sort of have memory as well. So you can see the seasonal temperature 6 to 10 day forecast. Very, very seasonally warm at a prime time of year for those early migrants to come in. And even if things start to sort of slow down in terms of the insanity in May, it's still going to be really good. So what does this mean for you? Keep an eye on the weather. We get more mesoscale convective weather this time of year, not the easily predictable fronts of winter. So where the rain goes will make a big deal each day, each morning, each night. Fallouts are extremely hard to predict. You get rain in a certain direction, and immediately above that line, you get a lot less birds. Immediately below that line, you could get fallouts, or depending on the direction that the rain's sweeping across the landscape, there could be no fallouts because birds will fly ahead and behind without any significant concentration. If you do find yourself in the heavier rain without fallouts of songbirds, you still might get really good conditions for grounding of shorebirds, ducks, waterfowl, gulls. And if you find yourself more in the clear, it can still be really good for just bringing those early migrants to your region seasonally early, or just a really wonderful smattering of new arrivals. I would also suggest filling your feeders, oranges, hummingbird feeders, seed, millet. Get some water out there for the birds. There's going to be stuff around, so if you want to help bring the excitement to your own place or your own park, get some of that stuff out there. And on that topic, I would say get out there if you are able. Before or after any commitments you have might be possible. There's a lot more daylight this time of year. The sun rises early, it sets late. Even if your backyard or your local balcony or park can be a great spot for flyovers. I think seeing something like a great egret or a flock of yellowlegs flying over your local spot can be pretty exciting. This is the kind of weather that really increases the chances of that happening. And yeah, it doesn't have to be a hotspot. Check out your local park, your local trails. Even like a stormwater pond might be holding birds that you wouldn't normally see in your local digs. So yeah, I hope you're hyped. This is probably going to be one of the most significant early neotropic season surges we've ever seen in the region, at least in recent years. I don't want to spam people too much with these videos either, so I'm just going to say it again. There's a website that myself and some other people are working on just as a reference for people who are interested in weather or fallouts or morning flight or hawk watching or sort of more involved birding types. And if you're into Discord, we're trying to make a Discord group as well. So people post questions about weather, they post predictions about weather, report on cool birds that are being seen locally, not just the vagrants, but also like cool hybrids or aberrant birds. So I'll put some links to that below if you want to check it out. It's not a money thing. It's just really excited about the hobby thing. So I hope you get a chance to get out there. And I hope it's as amazing as it looks to me right now. Have a good one.